guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ashley and I am a homeschooling mom to 3 kids. I currently have a 5th grader, 3rd grader, and pre-K-er. And if you clicked on this video, you're like, why are you talking about high school when you have all elementary kids? Well, it's because I'm crazy. So also, if you clicked on this video, you might just be as crazy as I am. So I made this pretty much exact video this time last school year because this is part of my planning process for the upcoming homeschool year. I am very data driven. I need to see it on paper. I need things written down. I need things organized or my brain just can't shut down. And so I made this planning spreadsheet last year or the year before to really just like get all my thoughts out, to like plan for all 3 of my kids all the way from kindergarten through high school. And what do I mean by planning? It's tracking courses they took as well as planning for high school credits, graduation requirements, and things like that. So I'm gonna basically recreate the video I created last year and show you guys like everything I put into my Excel. But the bonus of this year is I actually decided to make a template, and the template is basically something you can purchase to create exactly what I've created. So I took my spreadsheet and made it generic, made it very easy to use. And so if I pull this Excel up and you're like, yes, I want that, but I don't have the time to create an Excel, and by no means is this anything super cool in Excel. This is like the most basic Excel you can do, but it does take time. And so I did create a template and I do offer it for sale, and that is in the links down below. And I do also have a video walking you through just the template. So in this video, you're gonna see my planner. So it is customized to me, my kids, my wants. The template is very generic. So if you wanna see what the template looks like, there is a video link. That video is not public on my YouTube channel, it's just unlisted, but if you have that link, you can still watch it, and then you can also get more information on my website where I sold the template. I'm gonna flip the screen around. I'm gonna share my template, and the reason I'm doing this video now is I need to update it. I need to update what we've done this homeschool year, what I'm thinking for next homeschool year without actually announcing my official curriculum picks. Almost did that in this video, but it's not time to announce curriculum yet, so that will be coming soon, I promise. But I just wanna get things kind of sorted out, situated. I'm gonna cover like how I look at high school credits and things like that. Now, here's a full disclaimer. I am not a legal counsel, legal advisor. I know the laws in the state I live in. I know what I want out of my homeschool. So I am holding my kids to the same standards or higher than our local school district. So what our local high school students need to graduate, my kids are doing that or more. I also researched 5 different universities all over the country where maybe my kids would want to go if college is the path for them, and their requirements of a homeschooled student. I am a traditional homeschooler, and so I follow these because that's what I want in my homeschool. You don't have to agree with that. You don't have to be planning for high school. You don't have to be looking at high school credits like I do. It's what I choose to do, and it's what makes me feel better in our homeschool. It's what makes me feel better that at any point in time my kids needed to return to school for whatever reason, I have the records, I have the proof of what they've been doing. So how to get that disclaimer out. If you're like, you're crazy, you shouldn't be planning for high school, you should just click out of this video. It's not for you. All right, I'm gonna turn my computer screen around. I'm gonna showcase. I've been in this Excel, but it's not updated. So we're gonna have to do some updating. We're gonna have to change some stuff. I'm sure some curriculum is wrong on here. So let's flip my screen around and I'll share my Excel with you.
All right, so this is what my Excel looks like. You probably can't see like the top of the Excel, like the toolbar, because of how the recording is, but this is what my Excel looks like. So if you purchase and download the template, yours isn't gonna look exactly like this. This is because I've edited mine for what I need, but this is what my planning through high school Excel looks like. So we'll kind of start at the bottom. I have all 3 of my kids and their technical year of graduation. Like if they were to go a full kindergarten through 12th grade, these are the years that they're targeted to graduate. My son's will say he's obviously the most simple because he hasn't started kindergarten officially yet. So he has all the grade levels. And then over here, he has the years that like that grade level he would be completing it. So kindergarten will be for the 2024-2025 school year. So his will look more like how yours looks when you download the template. My middle daughter has obviously a little bit more, and then my oldest has the most. My oldest is the one who's going into middle school, obviously the closest to high school. So hers is more of what I'm focusing on, and I'll explain why in just a minute. So we'll start on my oldest daughter. So like she only has 3rd grade because that's when we officially started homeschooling. And so I didn't need to input her previous grade. So that's why hers looks a little bit different. She also, I don't know why that was like that. Okay, so here's what I'll explain. So for math, she completed the Good and Beautiful level 3 for 3rd grade. She did Saxon 5-4 for 4th grade. For 5th grade, which is currently our school year, she's doing Saxon 6-5. So if we've completed the curriculum or if it's like what we're using, then it's bolded. So like I know that's good. All these italicized are just hypothetical. Now, how did I get all of these like numbers? This is from I think Nicole, the math lady, has kind of a predetermined like pathway for Saxon math. I think Dive has a pathway for Saxon math, or if you end up switching to Shorman in the older grades. So I basically have it listed, like if she continues using Saxon down this path, she could be taking a high school credit in 7th grade. Now, I'm going to preface again, these are our state requirements. So our state allows pre-algebra to count as a high school credit. That doesn't mean I'm only using that. She still has 4 math classes listed here, as well as an open slot her 12th grade year. So she could technically have 6 math credits by going down this path, and you can see she only needs 4. So I do this because, again, she's going into 6th grade. That's only 1 more year where technically she could be completing something towards high school credit. Does it matter if she gets the credit or not? No, not really, because she'll still be doing 4 more years of math, possibly. But this is just logically like how I put it down. And I found Saxon works for us. So this is easy for me to pre-plan out. If we change our curriculum, say we get to this pre-algebra, algebra 1, and we're like, you know what, this isn't working. All I have to do is delete it and put something else in there. That's the beauty of this. Just because we're writing it down and we're putting it in this Excel, you can always edit it and change it. It's just, this is what makes my brain happy to like see all of this laid out for planning purposes. Do I think she's going to take calculus? Or actually, I want to say advanced math is like pre-calc and then calculus. I've switched this around a lot. I don't remember if this is the Saxon path or the Dive or Shorman math path. But either way, I know she's going to be covered math-wise for school. I also, with my oldest daughter, one of our main reasons of homeschooling is she's probably going to start doing dual enrollment in this 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. She has aspirations of going into the medical field, and she's had those for many, many years, and they have not changed. Will she change her mind? Maybe, but I'm not going to deny her the proper pathing to get her. And the reason we want to be taking dual enrollment is she could, walk out with an associate's degree the same year she would be graduating high school. So is that a plan for everyone homeschooling? No, but that is a plan that I have with my oldest daughter. Now, if she were in our public school systems, they offer that same pathway. So our high schools allow dual enrollment 10th through 12th grade for specific programs like medical. So we have our high school students graduating with their CNA license in nursing. So I'm not just making this up. It's a real thing. And again, I'm not trying to do the exact same thing as public school, but I also don't want to deny her that ability. If I would have graduated high school with my associates, a CNA license, I would have been on a much better path going forward. So There are reasons I'm very detailed in her records right now because she's my oldest, because she's the first one that's going to do it, and her pathway is going towards a college level. So I just needed to explain that and get it out of the way. English language arts, as you can see, I group anything we use for English language arts here. So like we've been using kind of the same stuff for the past 2 years. I just throw it all on there. Anything for science, anything for social studies, any foreign language, PE, any electives, and then I do have my kids take testing, and so I just kind of notate like what tests they're going to complete that year. As we get into middle school, high school, they're going to start taking college prep testing and things like that. Now on my Excel, I have total credits needed. Again, this is all from my research. This is my research for the state I live in, but even if you live in the same state as me, you need to do your own research. So don't copy this unless you know for sure this is what you need. So what I want my oldest daughter to graduate with is 26 high school level credits. And I had to break them down here. So for electives, she needs 8.5 total credits, and some of them have specific requirements. So like she needs 1 arts and humanities, she needs an economics and finance, a health and computer science, and then 6 other. For foreign language, she needs 2 credits, but they need to be from the same language. For social studies, she needs 2.5 credits, and these are how those are broken down. Science, she needs 3, and they need to include labs. English and math need 4. And so how did I come up with all this information? Well, I do have this tab, which is resources, which you would not have on your tab. This is what I did last year. I spent a few weeks really researching it. So this picture all the way on the right, this is our state high school graduation requirements. And so my kids are mirrored after the advanced diploma. And this is kind of where I got some of those breakdowns. And as you can see, this still only requires 24 credits. So not only did I look at the requirements for our state high school, but then I also went ahead and said, okay, if we were to go to college, how would she get into college as a homeschooler? And a lot of colleges do have it on their admission pages. So like this picture down here, homeschooled or not accredited, this is what they need. These are the credits they need. And so taking all of these resources is where I came up with the 26 credits. So she's more than covered in our state high school levels. If we were to move, she would be covered in another state. And these are different college admission requirements in different states. She would also be covered. In these graduation requirements, admission requirements, they do provide some details. So like down here, this is how I figured out for math. So the sequence of courses to fulfill the mathematics requirements for all 3 diploma types include pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, or higher. So that is where I got my information for pre-algebra, and that counting towards a high school credit for our state. Now, this can change. School districts do change their graduation requirements, and universities do change their admission requirements. So I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to do it next year where I do the same type of research. I'm going to pull all these documents back up. I'm going to pull, any dual enrollment programs, universities, and recheck all of this because her 7th grade year is where we may start considering things for high school credits. So again, this was research on my own. You do not have to go this in depth, but this is what I do. Okay, so back to here. That's how I got everything. This is what we need. We're all good with that. So she is actually, I did pretty good filling this out. So this is right what year we're in now. Saxon 6.5. I'll have her final grade once she completes it, but she's getting an A, so no issues there. The reason I have grading here is for for university admissions, they do ask sometimes for a GPA, and so we could ultimately have this create a GPA for us too. English language arts is correct. This is what she's using. We are using a couple other things like word roots. So I'll add that in there. Science, that is good. History is good. We're not doing foreign language this year. She's doing co-op PE and volleyball. I'll probably add some electives here. She's going to be doing a life skills unit, so we'll add that in. And then they will take the MAP growth test in like a month or two, actually, is when they'll be taking that test. I used to have them take it twice a year, but I've just moved it now to once a year at the end of our homeschool year. So hers was super easy to update. Again, I'm not giving away any surprises, so I'm not filling in yet her 6th grade year. You guys will have to wait for that. But all of these like yellow boxes, those are like when I'm planning for her to complete those high school credits. So like English language arts, I may have her do something in like 8th or 9th grade, in 8th grade, but right now she's fine doing it 9th through 12th. Science, social studies, sign language. And again, I have American Sign Language here because that's what she was doing. Will that change? Probably. I have her completing her health credit in 8th grade. There could also be like, I might have to add it depending on like when she decides to start driving. She might take driver's ed in one of these that will swap around. So this is how I plan long term. I know a path that we're on. I know as we get closer to these years, and I don't like once I have it down, I'm good. Like I don't need to like stress out about, middle school and high school because I have it all blurted down here. When we were using IEW, and we are using, why does she not have IEW on her 5th grade level? We still do use IEW. That's weird. Oh, it is there. It's just not all. Let me pull it down maybe. There it is. Okay, it is there. Scared me for a minute. I did have like all the IEW years filled in here because they do go through high school and could be used for high school credits, but I don't know if we're going to continue using that program, so I had it deleted. So you can fill this in, like pre-fill it if you know all the curriculum you want to use and just make your life easy. Or you can do it like me where we look at it once a year, we update it, we see where we're at and go from there. If she starts struggling in math, like say we get to 7th grade and this pre-algebra is like, you know what, it's not happening right now. That's fine. Like this can all be edited and changed. So I don't want anybody to see this and be like, oh my gosh, you're boxing yourself in. That's not what this is. This is just to get all the nonsense out of my mind and like, no, we're doing enough. We're on the path that I think is right for my kids and my family. And this is how I track it all. Mila, my middle daughter, I did a lot of copying and pasting for her. I need to delete Song School Spanish too. Unfortunately, she hasn't done that. I need to bold all these because these are all things that she has completed. Awesome. And then again, you can see I literally just copied it from my oldest daughter. Is this going to be the same thing? No, because this daughter may not go to college or like med school. That path may not be for her. She may go more the trade school route. And so this could be like, we don't need to probably do these two levels of math. And so I can move everything up. We can do something different. I don't have like all the extra notes because I just know them from my oldest daughter. So hers a little bit more simple. And then we go to my little Nico, my youngest, and I need to fill in all his kindergarten stuff. But again, this is what you'll kind of start with. It just clean, simple, and you would just fill in everything that you need. So that is my high school planning, long-term planning, my nerdy side coming out. That's the Excel I have to show you.
All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed seeing me updating my planning template for long-term planning for high school. Remember, I did make this a template that you can purchase. So if you want to use something like this, but you don't have the time to create your own, you can purchase that down below in the link. If you want to see more about just the template itself, not my personal planner, I do have a video link down below that just walks you through, like if you were to purchase the template, everything that you get, all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, leave those down below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye.